and we've been an investor in both these businesses. And initially, the first one we're going to hear from is Astral Polytechnic. We have Mr. Hiranand Savlani, the CFO of Astral, who's going to talk us through the business, what the business does, and how it has managed to withstand the impact of COVID and is actually benefiting significantly from the opportunity that stands in front of it. So I pass over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, and thanks for hosting this call, and all thanks to all participants for joining this call. I think I have addressed most of the participants in my last phone call, which was organized by the Motilal Oswal for the similar crowd. So most of the people are the known name. So you know the company. So I will not take much time on the introduction side of the company. I will quickly finish in 5-10 minutes. And what is the current situation of the businesses? And then I will straightway go to the Q&A session. So I want to give maximum time to the Q&A session so that you can clear your question, you can clear your doubts. Okay. So as you know, this Astral is basically into the 4 segment of the business. The first segment is the piping sector. Piping sector is the sector where we started our journey way back in 1999 with the CPVC pipe. And today, everyone is interested in the CPVC pipe. So it was the product which we was launched from the Astral portfolio in the way back 20 years before. So you can call it that this company is a 20-year-old baby only. Then the Astral success of CPVC, then we entered into the other categories of pipe. So we started with lead-free pipe in the country, because now everyone is talking about ESG, environment and all, but Astral launched lead-free pipe long back in 2005. At that time, no one was thinking even the pipe can be a lead-free pipe. Even our big companies who were already there with a legacy of more than 30, 40 years, 50 years, they were also not thinking on that direction. But we thought at that time, and we launched the lead-free PVC piping system in the plumbing as well as in the column pipe also. Then with the success of that category, we introduced one by one product. And today Astral is having a bouquet of close to about 14 different categories of pipe. You name it, we are having that categories of pipe for the building application, or maybe for the drainage application, maybe for the agriculture application, for the electrical application, whether it is the fire sprinkler application, column application. So every categories of pipe today we are having, which can take care of any building. Building in the sense, any flat scheme, whether it is a villa, bungalow scheme, hotels, hospitals, airport, anywhere, any construction will be there. Construction cannot be completed without pipe. And for that, Astral is always a one-stop solution for every developers, I can say. So this is the basically a segment where we are constantly growing at a rapid level. Last 10-year growth is constantly we are delivering, you can say, double-digit growth into that segment. And then with the success of pipe story, we thought that why not we leverage our brand Astral and leverage our network of so many dealers and distributors. Today we are having 900 to 1,000 distributors, 30 to 35,000 dealers across the country. So why not we keep leveraging this network and the brand? So we enter into the adhesive and the sealant business. So adhesive and the sealant business also given us a good start. When we joined that time, the top line was close to about 250 crore rupees with a margin of 7% EBITDA. And with the over a period of last 6-7 years, we have taken it this business. Next year, we are targeting to be close to about 900 to 1,000 crore company with a EBITDA of 15-16%. So we have doubled the EBITDA percentage and making a 4 times size of the company into the adhesive and sealant. And we are of the view that once we will cross the 1,000 crore mark into the adhesive segment, then we will be having a sizable money for disposal of into the branding activity. So then we will get a pull effect also. Today we are in a push mode, pushing this product across the country. But I'm sure from next year onward, slowly and gradually, we are going to spend money into the branding activity, and that is going to give us a reasonably good growth for the next decade. And we are quite confident that this segment is controlled by very few players in the country. So because of that, the growth will not be a challenge to a company like Astral. Then we entered into the third segment of the business, that was the infrastructure piping and related products. So we entered into the double wall corrugated pipe, and then that company is having the cable ducting, which can protect the cables from the fires and all. I'm sure you must be aware about the India. India is predominantly having the all open cables, whether it is a railway or any government places or even in the roads. Everywhere there is a open cable system in there. But now government want to cover up every cable so that the fire safety norms can be followed. So railways and all are converting their cable into with this cable duct. So we are providing them the cable protector duct, which is the fireproof, and that product is also doing good for us. And last 2 years, that was not that much of growth because the government spending was stopped. The government has stopped the infrastructure side spending, and last 12 months, almost you can say hardly any spending was there. So because of that, the kind of takeoff required to be taken by this business, unfortunately, was not able to take off. But we are of the view, like looking to this year's budget number and the focus of government to spend money into the infra side and the capital expenditure side, it looks that now government is changing its focus from the sheer fiscal deficit to a growth-oriented kind of situation. So I think that is going to help us further to grow this business, is because a lot of spending is going to happen in next 5 years from the government side, and that businesses will get good support because our double wall corrugated pipes are also being used by the government in the transportation of the dirty water. So that is going to help us with this new infrastructure focused by the government. Third thing, we are also manufacturing a specialized perforated pipe for the agriculture application. India, many part of the India is getting the excessive rain. So because of the excessive rain, what happened? There is a water lagging on the field. So farmers are losing the crop. But if they are putting this kind of perforated specialized pipe, then the excess water which is there on the field can be absorbed by these pipes and will be transferred this excess water to the canal or maybe a borewell on the field. So that product is also a very beautiful product, and very few manufacturers are there in that segment. But right now, only a couple of government has approved this product, that is in Maharashtra and Karnataka. The product is approved, and other states are going to give the approval over a period of time. So this product can also be a very good product over a period of time. So this is our third segment of the business, in which we are expecting that now coming 5 years, this segment should also give us a good number, because last 2 years, this segment was lagging because of, unfortunately, non-spending by the government. Then there is a last segment in which we have just taken a recent entry, that is the plastic storage tank business. So we have acquired recently one company, and that company we have acquired at 50 crore rupees, and we are going to spend another 20-25 crore rupees. So close to about 75 crore rupees of investment is there. In that 75 crore rupees of investment, we are going to manufacture the plastic storage tank at our different location, that is in Gujarat, then Rajasthan, then Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and you can say Orissa, 5 states. So we are going to cover all the 4 zones of the country to manufacture this product. And we are expecting that business also going to give us a good top line and bottom line growth. The reason is being that plastic storage tank market opportunity in India is roughly about 5,000 crore plus. And out of that, almost 70% is controlled by the unorganized player. So there is a huge potential for an organized player, which is disciplined brand, which has a good presence in the market, can capture a decent market share. So we are also expecting that even if a smaller portion of market share we can capture, maybe 5% hypothetically, I'm telling, then itself is a good number for a company to enter into the new categories of products. And we are quite confident that Astral will be able to get a good market share over a period of time, because Astral is having close to about 30 to 35,000 dealer touch point where our pipes are getting sold, and majority of, I can tell you the dealer which are selling the pipe, they are selling the plastic storage tank also. So that is also a great opportunity for us. We already started from last month. So, but Astral brand we have not launched. We have launched only the brand which we have acquired, that is the Sarita brand. And we are targeting to launch both brands. Sarita will be our economy brand, and Astral will be our premium brand. So we are going to serve the both segment of the market, people who are interested in an economy price they can go for our Sarita brand. And people who are ready to pay the premium, they can go for the Astral brand. So we are expecting that this should also give us a good number. Last month, we started very first month, we started only Sarita brand because Astral is going to be launched in the month of April. So in January, we launched Sarita, and in the very first month, we got roughly about 1.15 crore rupees of business. And this month, in the February, we are expecting to be close to about 1.75 crore kind of top line in the Sarita brand. So we are targeting that Sarita can quickly go to roughly about 4 crore kind of run rate, monthly run rate in next 6 to 12 months time. So 50 crore rupees of revenue we are expecting from this economy brand the very, I can say, next 15 to 18 months time. And Astral, the premium brand, which is the flagship brand for us, that is going to give us a very good number from maybe next year onward, that means FY23 onward. So next full year will be going into the launching, because from April onward, we are going to start launching in one zone or one cities. So it will take 12 months time to take care of the pan-India level marketing and logistics and all this setup. So real number will come from the FY23. And that is what we have planned right now. So I think broadly, these are the 4 zone segment in which Astral is targeting, and Astral is a pan-India brand. So we can get a good support from the market over a period of time. Now, coming to the current situation of the business, let me finish in 2 minutes and then I will come back to you. So coming to the current situation of the market, I think nobody expected that India can be having such a V-shaped kind of recovery, what we have seen in the Q3. That can be a many reasons behind that. It can be an effect of pent-up demand also. It can be, I can say, polymer prices are going up globally. So that is also giving us a good support from shift from unorganized to organized side. And there can be a change of focus by our company, that we were so far focusing only to the metro cities and maybe urban India, you can say. But in this pandemic has taught us that India is not restricted to urban only. Rural market is also equally strong market. So we started focusing into the rural side also. So that segment has also given us a good growth. And that is why in the last quarter, there was a good growth. And we are of the view that going forward, the numbers will be good only. Nothing to worry on number side, because we are expecting slowly and gradually India is going to settle down, and then the number should come. And if the polymer price will keep at a higher level, then there are high probability that the shift from unorganized to organized will be a big game changer for all the plastic pipe manufacturers. Forget about our company. I'm telling you about the industry per se. Will be a big change, and it will be a good to the organized player, because India, out of 30,000 crore market opportunity of pipe industry, roughly about 40% is unorganized. So almost 10 to 12,000 crore is controlled by the unorganized player. If that is going to reduce by maybe, I can tell you, 10 to 15% also, then itself is a very big number for an organized player, because at a pan-India level, hardly 4 or 5 brands are there. So they can get a reasonably good market share out of that. So keep finger crossed. We are quite confident that we are going to take reasonable good share if that is going to happen. And plus, we started our journey from having plant in West, then we entered into the southern market. We do have now we are having plant in South also. Then we entered into the North market. Now we are having plant in North also. And in September, we are putting up a plant. By September, our new plant in the East will be ready. So we will be covering all the 4 zones with the plant, so that we can take care of our consumers' requirement, our dealer distributors' requirement within 24 hours. That is what we are targeting, that we can reach our distributors' point within 24 hours. So with this East opening, I am sure that we will be getting a good market share into the Eastern market also. And that will keep continuously supporting Astral to grow at a reasonably good pace. With that, I want to pass on to the moderator to open up the Q&A session.
Yeah, I think one question that would be interesting for some of the new people who haven't had exposure to the business before is, what is the market, in your core product, what is the rate of market growth versus your growth rate?
Like Piping sector, I think roughly about, you can say, it divided into two parts. One is CPVC, from where we started journey. That market opportunity is roughly about 4,000 crore opportunity. And we are today roughly about 1,100 crores or 1,100 crore, yes, roughly about that level. So roughly about 27%, 28% of the market share into that segment. And that segment is growing at a pace of 10 to 12% kind of run rate. And we are also almost in the same zone of the market run rate of 10 to 12%. There is a second segment of 26,000 crore opportunity. That is the PVC and other polymer, where Astral's entry is very late. Our legacy is just 10-year-old because we have launched these products at a very, very later stage. So this 26,000 crore pie, we are now going to target it. So that side, our market share is just 4% right now. Okay, there also we are close to about that kind of level, only 1,000 crore kind of run rate. So that segment we are expecting to grow at a double-digit plus. India might be growing at a 5-6%, but we will be continuously delivering double-digit plus. And that segment of CPVC will also keep growing at a 10-12%. So, volume terms I'm talking, will keep delivering any number between 10 to 15% minimum. That is what we are targeting for next 5 years. And earlier that growth rate was little higher because we were having a very low base. But now in the other segment also, we have captured the 4.5% of the market share in just 10 years time. So that's a good achievement. I can say that in the last decade we have achieved. CPVC was the start, so because of that our market share is very high into that segment. Then plastic storage tank, India opportunity is 5,000 crore, and this market is growing at a 8 to 10% run rate. And we being a newcomer, and we are starting from the zero, I can say. So our growth rate initially maybe 25-30%, maybe 40% kind of run rate for 3-4 years, because the base is hardly any. We are starting from scratch. So that run rate will be very, very high. And then the this fourth segment of this, I can say the infrastructure piping. Infra is weak, actually degrowing since last 2-3 years, but still we are still maintaining our break even. I can say we are not growing, but we are at least trying to maintain what we are. But we are of the view that infra should give the good boost in the coming 3 years time, because the way government has done a lot of announcement. So that segment should grow at a minimum 15-20% kind of run rate. That is what we are expecting. It can be higher also if the government starts spending execution work fast, because government do a lot of announcement, but execution is always a challenge in India. So if the execution will be right way, then I think this segment can grow even faster run rate, because there also our base is still hardly 150-175 crore. We are very, very at a nation stage, I can say. Adhesive and sealant, I think industry is growing at a roughly about 8 to 10% kind of run rate. While if you see the Astral growth I'm not considering the last year, but prior to that 5-6 years, we were growing at a 17% CAGR into the adhesive, while the country growth was 8-9% kind of level. So we are almost double the rate of what is the segment is growing. So clearly we are taking the market share into that segment. There again, the story is same. Our base is still very low. Even today, after touching this much of level, I think we are still at a 3-3.5% of the market share of India into the adhesive and sealant. So practically speaking, in every segment, our market share, except CPVC, where our market share is 20-25%, 25-27%. But otherwise, in other segment of polymer, we are just 4-5%. Adhesive, we are just 3-3.5%. Plastic storage tank, we are 0. And you can say into the infra side also, our market share is hardly anything, because we are just 150. So maybe 3-4% of the 3% kind of market share. So there is a huge opportunity available to our company to double the size what we are today in the coming time. Question can be debated that how many years it will take. That is always a debatable. But that kind of opportunity is there, and we don't want to unnecessarily give the guesswork that we will be doubling in this many years. We simply say that looking to this opportunity, I think growing this company at a 15% CAGR for next 5 years should not be a big challenge to our company, because the kind of opportunity in every segment it is there. So I have already explained that 4 segment. In all the 4 segments, there is a good opportunity. And now because of this demonetization, GST, and now COVID, the shift from unorganized to organized has already started. So that is going to contribute to the organized player like us in every segment of the business. So that is also going to give us the support. Economy may be taking some more time to gear up, but because of shift, we will be able to maintain our growth at least. And if the economy will start supporting us, there are probability that we can grow even faster run rate also.
And so, your market share is gaining, your business has been successful. What do you attribute? Three things, let's say the top three things as to why you've been so successful.
One good thing is that we are very disciplined as far as the capital allocation is concerned. We only put the capital into the businesses where we have a high assurance of growth. That is what the company management is very clear. We are getting so many opportunities in the market that we can enter into this, we can enter into that, but we are very selective. If you see the kind of pockets which we have selected in the last decade, every pocket is growing. That's the beauty of that thing, that whatever we are selecting or whatever new products we are bringing into the market, we are trying to focus over there and try to grow that. Secondly, we are very clear that we don't want any businesses where we have to deal directly with the government. So we don't deal with the government. That is very clear. So our working capital pressure is never seen in last decade. You can pick up the last, I think now last 12, 13 years numbers are there in public domain on a quarterly basis. So you pick up the number and you can see constantly we have tried to improve our working capital cycle. So normally with every growth, the working capital cycle is always under the stress. But with every growth, we have improved the working capital cycle. That is what we have tried to focus, because we are not entering into the businesses where we feel that working capital will be stuck. So we don't deal with any of the government business, even if small portion which we are dealing with the government, and there also we 100% sell it to our distributor and distributor sell it to the government. So that our money is assured. On a due date, we will be getting the money. And the best part of our company that we have tie up our distributor with the banker. So on a due date, we are not calling any of our distributor for the money. We call our banker to pay us, because there's a tri-party agreement that on a due date, the bank will pay us. And if my distributor want extension, then the banker will give the extension by charging the interest to them. And there is no recourse from our side. So that is how the channel financing arrangement we have done with most of the big ticket distributors. So our money is always safe. We don't take that kind of risk into the system. So that is also, and another best part of this company that we have never compromised with the quality. Today, you can call maybe 10, 20 or 100 plumber. I'm sure out of that, 99% of the plumber will tell you that Astral is a quality player. If you want quality product, little costly, you go for the Astral brand. If you want cheap, go for the other brand. This is the clear message you will get from every plumber community, because we have never compromised. That is why our products are always at a premium. You pick up any brand in India, legacy brand like Pinolex, Supreme and all, there also we are charging the premium, because we don't compromise with the quality. We are very clear. Another success story that Astral believe in innovation. So we always try to bring something new on the table, so that our dealer and distributor get confident that by sticking to the brand, we will keep continuously getting the new products. So today in India, we have launched 5-6 products which are first time in the country. Like CPVC was first time in the country. Lead-free PVC piping was the first time in the country. Lead-free column pipe was first time in the country. Foam core pipe was the first time in the country. Low noise pipe was the first time in the country. Like similar to that, we try to bring a new product which are first time in the country, so that we always get the first mover advantage. And then we want that other also join in the race, because then only market will grow. We alone cannot grow the market, because India is such a vast country. It is difficult for a one person to control the country. So we want that few competitors also join in the race, so that they increase the market opportunity. And we being the first mover, we always take that advantage. So that is also the success story I can. And another part is the branding. We were the first company in the country who did the branding. People were laughing on us that
PVC pipe, CPVC pipe is a commodity. And commodity you are branding. So we first time not only branded, but we branded with the celebrity like Salman Khan. So that was the beauty that our brand got popular across the country within a shorter period of time. And today everybody is saying that you guys did a good job. But that time I remember every investors were laughing on me. That what are you doing? Why you are spending your money on the branding and you are wasting your money? But today we can proudly say that people might be considering this as a commodity, but we are considering always this as a premium brand, premium product. Because we have done education work on the ground. No company in India has done the education. We were the only company in the country who educated the plumber that look, whatsoever good quality cement you are using, whatsoever good quality of paint you are using, whatsoever good quality of tiles you are using, but if pipe doesn't work, your all money will be waste, because all these pipes are behind the wall. If the pipe will leakage, you have to break the walls, you have to break the tiles, you have to, whatever cement is there, you have to break that also. So pipe is very important category in the building material, but unfortunately, all this biggie never ever tried to give that kind of education to the market, which Astral did, and that is why Astral today is success. Even today also, no company, hardly any company is giving the post-sale services. Now, suppose you have put up a pipe in your bungalow scheme or maybe in your flat and get leakage. Our engineer goes there and educate them that this is the reason why pipe is got leakage. Because normally it's not necessary that pipe will leakage because of the manufacturing defect. Manufacturing defect is hardly 0.1%. But major time either proper loop is not being done or proper joining has not been done by the plumber, or maybe wrong solvent being used by the plumber. So because of that, pipe get leakage. But we always give the solution to the developer or maybe architects or the consultant that this is the reason why this is happening. So we still do that activity. The other players are not interested. They say that this product is as per the ISI. So we will least bother. Whatever is broken, you call the plumber. So there are many such kind of things which always keeping Astral ahead of the competition. And today the kind of certification quality we are having, no company is having. Like we have the NSF certification of our plant, no company having that kind of certification in India.
Just one more question is in terms of cost and elements of cost which can be cut out in this environment going ahead, what are they, and why won't they be required going forward? So, what are the costs you can cut out, and are you trying to reduce cost? And if so, why or why not?
So like right now, definitely the spurt in margin, one of the element is reduction of the cost. That is why you see our number, you will find that the other expenditure has reduced drastically. This other expenditure include the traveling cost, because marketing team keep traveling a lot across the country because we are a pan-India brand. 400 plus players are working in pipe side and 450 people are working in the adhesive side on the road. So 850 people stop traveling. Naturally, your cost has to be saved. So that is also one element. Secondly, we are seeing that because of this pandemic effect, nobody was interested to see your brand on TVs or maybe social medias and all. So we reduced the spending into the branding activity also. But now again, we have started. So some of the cost can be reduced a little longer period, but otherwise most of the cost will come back over a period of time, because we are the growing brand. So growing brand cannot stop in the branding activity or maybe traveling, or because we want to grow at a higher rate. So on that, if we start saving into small, these kind of expenditure, maybe 1% EBITDA can increase because of that. But that's not the approach of the management. We want to grow our top line rather than saving 1% into this overhead side. So we will anyway going to cover up this 1% by economy of scale. If I grow at 5-7%, instead of that, if I grow 15-20%, I'm anyway going to save that money. So we believe in that theory. We don't believe in saving the cost side. It was needed. That was the need of the hour at that point of time, because plants were shut down. Everything was painful for the globe and for us also. So because of that, we have to also stop to just preserve our cash flow. But otherwise, on a longer run, I don't think that is the philosophy of the management to curtail the overhead, but to focus on the growth.
Last question, sorry, is the valuations of the stock, as you know, from a market perspective, 50 times earnings and so on. And you mentioned that the opportunity is to grow at 15 to 20%. I mean, when people put the valuation in front of you, I mean, how do you sort of dispel the fact that the company can grow for a substantial period of time and it's still a very worthwhile investment from a long-term perspective?
So I think many things are there which are not reflected in the numbers. So I always tell my investor that don't look at only number. There are many things which is beyond numbers also. Now I can give you a simple example. 5-6 years before, when we enter into the adhesive and the sealant market, nobody thought that this can be 1,000 crore top line with a 16% kind of EBITDA margin. So nobody thought that 160 crore rupees of extra EBITDA will be generated within 6 years time or 7 years time. So when the management has a huge cash flow, that time we didn't have a cash flow also by the time when we entered into the adhesive and the sealant business. Now company has a lot of free cash flow, which I am sure you must have seen the lot of analyst number, the kind of cash flow they are projecting for Astral. If that kind of cash flow is available to the management, I am sure management will bring something new on the card. And that is going to give like water tank. I'm telling you, even if Astral get the only, you can say 5% of the market share, then also 300 crore opportunity will be there. Even if I generate 15% kind of EBITDA, then 45 crore rupees of extra EBITDA will be generated in next 3 years. So these kind of opportunities and these kind of things will never be available in the valuation, because nobody will project what new product will Astral will bring to the card. Now we are entering into the valve business. Okay, the valve, my project is almost going to be ready by June. Okay, valve, everyone know that it's a very, very high margin product. It may be a 40%, 35, 40% kind of EBITDA product. Okay, so if smaller portion, maybe I can say 100 crore rupees of top line. I'm hypothetically, it will be more, but I'm telling you hypothetically maybe 100 crore rupees top line. Now 35% of that, it is going to generate 35 crore rupees of revenue for us. So these kind of things, neither we can project, neither we can write in our annual report, neither any analyst can forecast that thing. Because these are the opportunity which will keep flowing to us with the time, which even very difficult to define how many period it will come to us. But one thing is good, that this management is a young management. Our average age of the employees is just 35 years. So we keep thinking all the time new. And it's not that today I am telling you, but you go back to the history of last 10 years, continuously we have added something new. And now last 10 years presentations are available on our website. Anybody can download and you can see, even available with the stock exchanges also. You can see the kind of transformation which we have done. And earlier, technology support was not there to us. Now, the kind of technology support we are getting today, our back office is completely automated. Like today, no distributor has to call to our head office. Everything is available on their portal, sitting in their office. They can do the work. They can place the order. They can see the status of the order. They can see the status of their truck. What is the outstanding? What is overdue? What is the scheme is going on? What are their target? If they achieve the target, what extra incentive they will get? Everything is available on their portal. So they need not to even call the head office. So that kind of back office improvement is going to take the company to the new scale. And at a new scale also, we will not find any problem. Now we have launched the ALP program, Astral Loyalty Program. So in this loyalty program, we have connected lakhs of plumber on our loyalty program. Any plumber can buy Astral product across the country, will be getting the points. And he can redeem through Paytm, he can redeem this point through Amazon, he can redeem by buying a two-wheeler, he can buy, he can select a gold coin, whatever choice he wants, he can select that also. The similar ALP program is available for our dealer. So these all were not there 5 years before, because that time technological support was not there. But now with the growth, we have improved into that side also. So because of that, we can proudly say that now, whatever was the 5 years before, now we are much at an advanced stage today. So valuation, again, I am telling you, it is not in our hand. Making us rich, You are responsible, not we are responsible for that. Because you are making us costly. We never say that you make us costly. Because you love us, you respect us, that's why you are giving us the higher value. You know what is the return we have given after post listing? Somebody has put 1 lakh rupees in my company. Today he is sitting on 3 crore rupees, 300x in 13 years. If you work out the return, it will be 53, 54% CAGR return of 13 years, not 1 year or 2 years. Last 3 years, we are the top 10 company in terms of return provider in the country. Last 3 years, constantly, every year, our company's name is coming. I'm sure Motilal has published this report. So in that also, you can see that numbers. So naturally, when the expectation is there and the delivery is there, then the investor respect that part. And we are lucky that the kind of investor I have seen that kind of investor also who have multiplied their wealth by 300x. Still they are with us. They are not selling. Even after multiplying 300 times. Many investors who are sitting on 200x, many are at 100x. A list of 50 plus investors are there. So that is the good part, that we are lucky that we have got a quality investor with us, and they are putting faith in us, and we are continuously working hard and delivering their expectation. So I think valuation side, my role is very limited. I think you have to decide what is the valuation, right valuation of my company.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to hear from you. And obviously, it's a great company for the last 13 years and hopefully for the next 13 as well, I'm sure. So we thank you for the opportunity and look forward to chatting to you at some point in the future shortly with more good news. Thanks, Mr. Savlani. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think for all the participants, we have one more session with a company which is again a new company, which well, relatively new, which has emerged as in a very interesting and different industry, as a significant player in that industry. It's called Indian Energy Exchange, and to hear about this business, we're going to hear from Aparna Garg. So Gaurav, unless you have something further from an introduction point of view, because you would know the business better, I'll pass it over to Aparna.
No, I think since she's also hard, I mean, she has a hard stop. So I think we'll thank Aparna for her time. I think IEX sort of makes this session and a most pertinent presence, I would say, because we're talking about market leaders and